Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Wednesday, January 31st, 2018. This is vlog number 30. So for the big 3-0, what I'm doing is that I am outside in the cold taking a time lapse of the super rare, once in about 100 years or so, super blue blood moon. Try to say that 5 times fast, or 3 times fast. So we're having some fun here. I'm out here in the cold. Can't really tell, but there's my car, my tripod. And I'm taking some shots, some time lapse. So I'm gonna go in my car right now because it's warmer in my car and let this run for a little while. It's cold outside. It is about 29 degrees, a little bit chilly, and I can normally handle cold pretty well, but being outside in the cold for 5-10 minutes, setting up a camera without no gloves on, you definitely feel it in the fingers. So, cold. I got my heater on full blast, clip right here. Good thing I have a heated steering wheel, so I can grab onto that and hold on to it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. The super, I almost messed it up. Super blue blood moon. You know, I took a couple of photos last night before the eclipse even started, when it was still a super blue moon, but now it's a blood moon. Getting some good shots of that, and hopefully the time lapse should come out pretty good. You know, usually with the zoom lens is how I have it. I'm using a 55-210 zoom lens, set at manual focus. I'm pretty sure I got it all the way in focus. In fact, I should check that. If I don't have a focus, I have to redo it. But I'll leave it run for a couple minutes and check it in a little while. But yeah, what was I saying? The 210mm lens, I have zoomed it all the way in. I wish I had a longer zoom lens, like to get a really zoom in shot of the moon. I mean, once I get the photos out of the camera, I could always crop in, you know, because right now it's still, even though at 210 and on a 1.5 crop factor on a APS-C sensor, it's still pretty small in the frame, you know what I mean? Man, nose running, being cold. But if I had maybe a 300mm, like a 400mm lens, oh man, that would be good. I'm almost thinking, Amazon sells these super cheap Chinese super zoom lenses, right? Super far, like a 1500mm lens or something like that. 1500? I think it's 1200. I think there's a 1200mm lens for $80. I think I just might pick it up just to play around with it, and I'm not going to use it very often. They're not extremely sharp or very high quality, but at least for stuff like this, it's fun, you know. You're not going to get award-winning photos out of it, or anything of that nature, but it's fun to play around with. You know, $80, you know, for a lens. You know, lenses are expensive. If I wanted a good quality zoom lens for these cameras, I can get a really badass Sony, what they call it, the G Master. I think they have it's a 300 to 4. Oh, it's like a 400mm lens. I think it's a zoom, but they might have a 400mm, and they just brought it out for their full frame cameras, especially when they came out with the A9 for sports photography. And this thing is beautiful, gorgeous lens, you know, but it's thousands of dollars, $3,000 just for one lens. So, I love my photography, but it's not making me money to buy a 3000 lens yet. Maybe one day it will. But getting nice and toasty in here. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and check my camera one more time after I get my hands nice and toasty, and I'll see if shots came out as sharp as I hoped. I'm shooting at a kind of a longer exposure, maybe a 3-second exposure, hopefully the movement of the moon doesn't blur. We all look at the moon and think, oh, it's not. It's kind of staying still. No, it moves. That sucker is moving, hundreds of thousands of miles an hour out there in space, and it moves. Well, it orbits us as we're moving, so it looks even faster. Anyways, I'm getting too technical and sciencey and nerdy. But yeah, at a 3-second exposure, I don't think it will blur in it. The only reason why I did that is because I didn't want to crank up my ISO. My ISO is set at 100, just so I can still get the moon in good exposure. I have my aperture 6.3 with this lens. That's small, so it would get to zoomed all the way in. That's the reason for getting a better lens, is to have better apertures, get more light into the camera. Anyways, I'm blabbing. But yeah, hopefully it should be sharp, but I'm going to check it, and if not, I'll set the exposure to maybe like a quarter of a second, or maybe half a second, and then maybe crank up my ISO. I don't know. I'll check it out. Maybe I won't even have to do that because the sun is coming up now in like a half hour, so the sky's getting a little lighter, so maybe I won't need it. So maybe it'll look a little nicer. But I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, so yep, I was a little bit out of focus for those couple minutes I did some shooting, some time lapse. So went out there, readjusted. Sky's getting a little brighter, so it's making the moon a little bit harder to see. It's a little fading, and also there's a slight bit of wispy clouds out there in the distance that's kind of going behind. So hopefully the shots would look decent enough to maybe if I go in there and edit some shots, they'll look good. I can bring out some saturation in it. But yeah, once in a 100-year type of event, and fucked up some of the shots. That's okay. I got a couple of shots from before, and man, my hands are so cold I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, I'll probably post some shots in this video once I get some shots edited and uploaded. But I'm gonna leave the time lapse running for another couple of minutes just to kind of get a few more shots of it, and then I'm gonna head on home. I have to go to the store, and that's about it. Well, that's about that. My camera's still going, but it's the moon's pretty much gone. But that sunrise back there is looking pretty good, so I think I'm going to turn my camera around and take a look at it. So I will talk to you all later. Everybody have a good day, and I love you.